Welcome to the Isha's transformation journey. Today, the chapter is The Voice Beneath the Flame, Isha's Trial of Inner Fire. After the wind came warmth, not the comfort of a sunlit sky, but the pulse of something deeper, something inside her, waiting to rise, waiting to burn clean, the flickering pull. Isha had just begun to understand the language of the wind. She had walked where whispers guided her and remembered who she had been. But now a different current stirred. As she moved through the woods, the breeze turned warmer, not sharp, but purposeful, like breath, like flame. And soon it led her to the edge of a hidden canyon, glowing faintly below. She climbed down, step by step, led by flickering fireflies that pulsed with golden light. At the base, a stone archway etched in solar spirals, and beyond it, a cave, not dark, not frightening, but alive. The wind had spoken. Now the flame was calling. The cave of flame. The air inside the cave shimmered, not with smoke, but with presence. Flames flickered along the walls, gliding like dancers. They didn't burn, they illuminated. Each fire carried symbols, familiar ones. The ones she saw in the wind, the ones buried in her memory. She walked deeper. The flames grew brighter, the path narrowed, and then a clearing, a circle of fire encased the space. In the center stood a pedestal, stone unlit, waiting. The trial begins. Isha stepped forward, and the flames responded to her presence, to her breath. They rose, they swirled, and then they spoke, but not in words, in memory. Images flickered in the fire, a classroom where she swallowed her voice, a friendship where she made herself smaller, a dream she had and then abandoned. She had called it safety, but it was silence, and in that fire, a voice rose, her own. I was never afraid of the fire, I was afraid of what I'd become if I let it burn. The flame goddess appears. As the flame stilled, a figure emerged, tall, radiant, draped in gold and crimson flame. Her eyes intense but not cruel, her presence strong but not overpowering. This was Agni Devi, goddess of the inner flame. She did not test Isha, she saw her. Truth is not gentle, she said, but it is sacred. You cannot walk the wind's path without first knowing your fire. She extended her hand, and the unlit pedestal ignited. White flame, pure, silent, reclaiming power. The light reached toward Isha, not with force, with invitation. It touched her chest, not with heat, but with remembrance. Her hands didn't tremble, her legs didn't shake. She breathed and stood taller. Then, with steady hands, she placed a palm above the flame and spoke. I will no longer shrink to be loved. I will no longer fear my fire. I'm ready to rise. The flame did not burn out, it burnt within. As she left the cave, the cannon glowed behind her. The wind met her again at the edge, but it was different now. It wasn't guiding her, it was following her. She had become the warmth, the light, the voice she once silenced, and the path forward was already clearing. The wind may whisper the way, but only fire can show you who you truly are. If this story awakened your own fire, if there is something inside you waiting to rise, you are not alone. Subscribe to follow Isha's journey. Like this video if the flame spoke to your truth, and comment below what have you been afraid to ignite. Until next time, walk with the wind, burn with your truth, and rise. Thank you.